David, is that a good point?
Oh, really good point, and well worth it today. We played very well. Played very well in the first half. If I took out the first minute, then after that I thought we'd done really well. We played well with the ball. We were committed. We had to defend. They put a lot of balls in the box, and they've got such a big side as well. You're having to deal with them. So I thought for most of it we'd done a pretty good job.
I don't know if you're keeping count. That is your 643rd game as a Premier League manager. Only Sir Alex Ferguson now and Arsene Wenger ahead of you on the Premier League list.
Yeah, I was told that yesterday, and I was a bit surprised. And look, Harry Redknapp, I think I've just jumped above him. Say sorry to Harry because he's such a good guy, and you know I got on with him so well. But look, the two in front were great managers. I wouldn't put myself in that position, but I'm one who's got some longevity and a few miles in the clock.
It's good company to be in.
Yeah, it's nice that you've mentioned it. Thanks very much. And I'm not hiding away from it. I think to be a Premier League manager is what probably most managers throughout the world want to be. I think nearly every manager, somewhere, whoever they are, want to manage in the Premier League because it's such a great league. And to get that at the moment, 640 games, it takes a bit of going, a bit of determination, you know, love of the game, all the things that come with it, resilience, and obviously you need crocodile skin to be in this job as well.
Yeah, very good day. Just ask David, did you get booked walking off? What happened at the end?
Yeah, I was just trying to encourage the referees and saw a yellow card.
No drama?
Nothing.
After such a good start, was a point slightly disappointing in the end?
I think it was, just because we scored 2 goals right at the start of the game. Of course, one of them didn't count, but it was an electric start. I thought the players looked in really good form, high on confidence, and you expected us in that moment then to try and go on and build on that. That never quite happened. I think you have to credit West Ham for that as well. I thought they competed really well and got some good players. We're kicking ourselves with the goal we conceded because that's been unlike us this season. Second half, I thought we tried. We dominated the ball, dominated territory. We just couldn't break them down.
After the sort of the high, if you like, of Tuesday, was it hard to maintain that intensity today?
Well, it's always going to be a challenge for us emotionally, physically, after the exertions in midweek. We were aware of that ourselves. The players were aware of that. But I think I can't fault the players for what they've delivered today. I know we've set high standards. We want to win every game. But I'm looking at attitude and body language and all the key things that we need to deliver good performances. I felt it was there. But I do think West Ham were competitive in the game, so I think it was 2 good teams.
Difficult as well with obviously Bruno missing today.
Yeah, I think you're going to miss your best players, and Bruno's undoubtedly one of those for us. He's a difference maker. He starts a lot of our attacks. He's got a creative eye for a pass. So I think we were going to miss him. That's not a reflection on anyone else's performance because I felt our midfield competed well today. But I don't think we're at our very, very best levels, and ultimately that's why we haven't won.
Yeah, I think 10th draw this season. I think it's a season that everyone would say has exceeded expectations. But now that you've set the bar so high, is that slightly disappointing in that if you're going to finish top 4, maybe the sort of game you need to win?
Yeah, I mean, I think every game's the type of game you need to win. So we've had set high standards for ourselves, as you say. We've gone on a really good winning run. The challenge for us during a long Premier League season is to be consistent. I think we are consistent with our performances, not necessarily in terms of results. I think we've drawn some games we should have won. But as long as I'm seeing the players maximise every game and give their all to the game, that's all I can ask from the group.
What did you make of Anthony Gordon's cameo today off the bench? He seemed to really lift everyone when he came on.
Well, he did, and he was very bright himself. I thought he performed really well. Some really good passes, and his movement looked good, and he looked really sharp. He didn't really affect the box. But that was more from the team. You know, we didn't really penetrate their box. I think Callum's had a couple of chances in the second half. We've had a few moments, but we haven't tested their goalkeeper enough.
And then now back to familiar territory for you next week.
Yeah, focusing on that game now and let the dust settle on what's been a good week for us. Obviously with the cup and another point in the league. And I think we have to be more positive than negative as we move forward.